Everyone got a story. Episode 3.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Everybody's Got a Story. I'm your host, Linden Jr. I'm with the lovely, intelligent Tiffany.
Hello.
That's right. We are back fresh off of episode 2. My God, we are excited to be back.
Yes.
The people were outside raving and cheering us on. And Tiff, give me the feedback from that episode with Keisha Green where she was talking about the investing, telling us she had a great interview, man. And people would just talk to the people about what the feedback was.
So first I want to say that I really appreciate and forever in debt for every single person who liked, shared, subscribed, and gave feedback. It's really important when you're starting something and you receive feedback from those who believe in you and those who you never thought even believed in you. So I want to give a really, really, really special thanks and praise to every single person who showed the podcast some love. And we appreciate it, you know.
Appreciate it. Happy holidays.
Yes.
Happy holidays, everybody. Christmas, New Year, that's coming around. And happy holidays and be safe out there and enjoy the time with the family. Yes.
So one of the main things that I received, especially in feedback, was the topic of investing. And before I get into that, I wanted to share some positive feedback that I received from 2 people that really stuck with me. That's what I'm talking about. New Year's, new revenue streams for you. Nothing but positivity and great vibes. You have the makeup for social media and you're a great communicator. Stay focused. Vultures are everywhere.
Okay, now.
Yes. Another friend of mine, Keisha's story is very inspiring. I love that she said her fear is God. Wisdom, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Encouraging people to learn to invest is an awesome thing. And she spoke about time and how you can't buy time. And I think that's a really important thing.
Big time.
When people are investing, you're buying time. And we learned that from watching a lot of people that we even follow ourselves. And she mentioned, my brother told me when I was in my 20s, time is your greatest resource, so invest it wisely. That was the best advice that I heard on this podcast. And also that I have received in my life. You guys are doing an amazing job.
Who were those 2 people that left you the comments? You want to shout them out?
Well, yeah, sure. So one is my coworker,
what's her name?
Jeanette.
Jeanette. Shouts out Jeanette. Shouts out Jeanette.
Yeah, and another one is my friend Shakima.
Shouts out to Shakima
as
well.
And the reason why, too, I took those 2 particular is because I don't speak to them every day. And the fact that they took the time out and they literally eloquently wrote me some of the most passionate praise, it was really touching, and I really do appreciate it. And I received so much positive feedback, especially a lot from my coworkers who came up to me even asking, what should I invest in? Watching a coworker put me on his television and say, look at my big dog, look at Tiff.
That's
you know, and me coming home and my son excited and he's sharing it with his friends. My partner smiling as soon as I put the TV on, like, oh shoot, look at you on the TV. And, even like just random people that I sent it to calling me, asking me, what should I invest in? Well, how do I start investing? So I do believe in the show, Keisha did speak on her journey, but we didn't speak to the people on what should we invest in or how to invest. And I think today we can share what to invest in.
Yeah, we could definitely share. And we're going to do that by giving you guys I'm going to give you guys my favorite top 5. Tiffany likes my top 5 too, but I'm going to give you guys a little inside scoop. She got a magnificent 7 that she's going to educate you guys on. But I'm going to give you guys the top 5 that I like.
Okay.
And my guy Murder Mall back here, he's going to agree with my top 5 too.
Okay.
But Tiff going to hit you with the 7. I got 5 for you.
Okay.
So listen, we're going to go with Apple. I ain't talking about the fruit. I ain't talking about the one with the software, the hardware, the wearables, Listen, Apple's number 1. We got Microsoft number 2.
Okay.
We got Tesla number 3.
Okay.
We got Google number 4. And I felt some way about number 5. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt 5 wasn't really 5 6 months ago.
Okay.
But Amazon is in my 5 now.
Okay.
Amazon's in my 5 now. They wasn't in my 5 last year.
Okay.
But they in my 5 now because I see from the pandemic and what they strategically doing,
okay,
you get your package the same day
True.
if you want 4 hours.
True.
I see what's going on at Amazon. Listen, Amazon is, I think, projected to make about $1 billion a day.
Yes.
At some point. It's close. So listen, that's my 5. Tiff gonna hit y'all with the 7.
I agree with your top 5.
All right.
But I do believe that we have to stick to the basics, the Magnificent 7.
Okay. So who's the 2 missing from the 5, basically?
NVIDIA and Meta platforms.
NVIDIA and Meta.
229% year to date.
Say that one more time. How much?
229% year to date.
Yeah. Amazon ain't do that. Yeah, okay. So they
Exactly.
the 7. They the 7. Respect to the NVIDIA.
So respect.
Listen, I buy that for my daughter, so she's doing good.
Yes.
She's doing
good. No,
good.
but honestly, if you are trying to invest, as you can see, me and Jay have the same, and we're not experts, and we're not telling people to go off what we are saying. Go to billionaires. Go to what they're doing. Go, if you're following anyone who's invested, listen to what they're saying. They're saying the same thing we're saying. Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta platforms, NVIDIA, and Tesla.
Yeah. Those are
Apple. Everyone has the same portfolio. Everyone is investing in the same sectors. And the number one sector is technology.
Yeah.
It's the number one. After technology is what?
Maybe healthcare? Maybe?
Financials.
Financials, okay. But I think, so if you're watching this and you're going to get into putting your money into a top heavy tech portfolio, just keep in mind, because I've experienced this already, investing in only tech companies. You might have 2 years where it runs up a lot. It may be, but you will have a time where they quote unquote rotate the money.
Yeah, of course.
Right? And you're going to see some of
when you say take the money, you mean?
Like the big companies that,
right.
But we long-term investors. So just understand, if you're going with that top 5 is mostly tech. You're talking about Apple,
yes,
Microsoft, right? That's mostly tech.
Yes.
So just understand what's going to happen. You're going to make more long-term investing in those 5 than you would
short-term.
Any other, right? But you will see it goes up so much
it's
so
values
fast
of your money.
That you have to see a pullback. And sometimes them pullbacks are opportunities for you to put more money in.
Absolutely.
But just understand psychologically, I heard them talk about that top 5 and now it's down 30%. 20,
right.
I mean, 30% might be a lot, but maybe 20%. But just understand this is part of the game, right? So I think our viewers, right, be eager to get your first account set up. We talked about Robinhood.
Yes.
Right? That's the easiest platform to use.
Yes.
You could Google your top 5 and see. But I use Robinhood. You use Robinhood, right? Our opinion is it's easy to use, and it's the most simplest for somebody starting out. You could go open up a second account the year after next, but at least to me, start with something easy.
Right.
You don't want to get distracted with just trying to say like, how do you do this? You want to get on there, put my account information in, put my checking account, let me buy my stocks, and that's what you're gonna do real fast with Robinhood.
And also, we wanted to share, and I did speak to someone, and I let them know you don't have to buy a full share of a stock. You could buy in dollars.
You could buy dollars, fractional.
Because it's what you put in is what your percentage is going to be. So when you speak of NVIDIA going up 229%, or even it's Apple going up 50% year to date, it's 50% of what you put in.
That's a very good point you're making because so what she's saying, if I only have $100, if I say, you know what, January 1st, I'm putting $100. I don't know if it falls on a Monday, but I'm putting $100 in the first day of the market in 2024, right? I'm putting $100. Whatever these companies perform, 20%, you heard her, 200%, that would have been your return off that $100.
Right.
So you're going to get whatever that return is
with
the amount of money you put in. For $1,000, $500, whatever, you're going to get that. That's yours. So that was real good to explain that to the people.
Yeah, so it's just to be clear that, and I want to make it very clear, do your research on the companies. You yourself can look up the top 5 companies of the world. I do believe that long-term investing is the key.
It is the key.
I follow 2 great investors.
Who's that?
So one of my gurus of investors who I follow, watch, and basically listen is Ian Dunlap. He is the master investor, the creator of Market Mondays. He has a Red Panda club, and he has a quote. And something that he says is that you have to get out your own way and stop having fear. Investing is simple, especially when you invest in long term. And I think that's what it is with people, is the fear. But he also mentioned missing out.
Yeah.
If you continue to sit back and watch the boat, you're going to continue, you're choosing to be broke, as he would say.
You know why? Because let's be real. Mm-hmm. How do we feel about people trying to time the market? Can people, like, people, you get the people like, oh, I'm going to get in, like,
no, you
like
can't.
At some point, like, what the education that we seeing from these people who are doing this, right, is that, yeah, you're going to lose probably more money trying to time the market than you would just being
Because what if timing the market becomes, you know what? Let's say, I'm just going to make up a number.
Yeah.
Apple's at 195. You know, I'm going to just get in when it dipped down to 170. What if it never dips?
Yeah.
What if it never dips? What if you waiting for a dip that never come?
Yeah, you can't time it.
I mean, of course, there's valleys in the market. The market is going to go up. The market is going to go down. The key to what the Eon Dumblast of the world say is that you have to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere.
You have to start somewhere. And if we keep sitting back, we're going to miss the boat.
Yeah.
And 7 years from now,
yeah, listen.
Apple could be where? $250, $300.
Yeah, they're going to be doing. Listen, I met my wife when Apple was doing a split. Mm-hmm. Right, and that's to show you like how I said women investors are some of the best investors. She still got the same shares from when we first met, and Apple split. I think Apple split 2 times since we've been together. Mm-hmm. So the point I'm making is, when I say split, I mean when the stock price goes so high that, let's say it gets to $400, $500, they add more shares to their company to make the price go from 500 to 100. Mm-hmm. I've been through that in my relationship, and probably 2 times with Apple.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So just looking at when you meet in that, it's like, yo, time goes by fast.
It does.
And at least you want your money to go fast.
I mean, listen, we're not millionaires.
No.
We're far from millionaires, but we have started somewhere. We speak, every day. I'm excited to get up to look at the market. That's the first thing I do.
Give me a fist. Listen, hold on. I'm proud of you. You know why? For the fact that we came into this eager to learn.
Yes.
And we came in buying. I wouldn't even tell you what I was buying when I first came in the stock market.
Oh my gosh.
And we thought it was going to go to the moon.
Yes.
Yo, I was buying some crazy stocks, but we came from that beginning, and now we're at a place where we buying the companies that Warren Buffett is buying.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And whether we have $1 million or not, we have the information. We're sharing it with the people at home, and we're sharing it to our media family.
Absolutely.
And on that same wavelength, I want to talk about the custodial accounts. Mm-hmm. Because that's one thing I'm passionate about, is because like I'm not gonna say how much money I have in mind, but my daughter, put it this way, my daughter's account has surpassed me where I was at 29 years of my life.
Right. Speaking about
29 years of my life investing, she's at that point at 5 years old.
Speaking about that, one of the other who we both look at as the people's champ, Chris Johnson, he says a quote, and he states that you may be 40, and Chris, I'm not quoting you word for word, so I'm going to try to remember exactly what you said, that at the age of 40, you may not have as much money. Warren Buffett is 92 years old, and he has over, 90-something billion dollars, and you wouldn't trade your life with him because it's something we have that he don't. And you know what that is? That's time.
Time, yeah.
And that's time.
Time.
So our kids have the time. We may think it's too late for us. 40 years old, you're like, oh man, I should have did this 15 years ago, 20 years ago. But we have our offsprings that we can set up now. So they don't have to live the rat race that we're living in.
Or like you said earlier, you can be handing them 6 figures when they turn 25.
Absolutely.
But listen, we love our parents, and we know they did the best that they can do.
Absolutely.
Based on the technology and what was happening at that time.
Absolutely.
So it's our duty with the technology that we have. Because listen, 20, how many years would you say you had to go through a broker to, you got to go back to like the 90s, right?
Exactly.
Not too long ago, 30 years ago, you could not pick up your phone.
Exactly.
And buy one stock.
Exactly.
There was a time when you couldn't even buy one stock. You had to buy a minimum amount of shares. Whether it be, there was a minimum, 5,000. You call the broker, let me get 2 shares of
Absolutely.
Meta. Nah. You need about, you gotta get 50.
Exactly.
So I'm just,
times have changed, man.
Times have changed. Technology
This
is on your side.
This is the time, and I'm gonna say this to our viewers. Oh, we got viewers.
We got viewers. We got viewers.
So,
we got viewers.
I'm gonna say this, and I want to be as authentic, and people know me, and when one thing I do notice what people were saying is they know me. So they know when I'm nervous. They know when I'm being myself, or if I'm being phony. And shout out to my friend who told me to stop shaking my leg. I'm not doing it. And seriously, the passion that I have for progress, and the reason why I'm sitting here today, and sometimes it's so hard to explain what investing can do for our lives and how it could change our children's lives. And I really give praises to the people that truly teach us it's not hard. And the passion that I have for investing, 2024 is going to open up so many doors. And I do hope we're a small podcast. We just started. Mm-hmm. But I do hope that somebody watching is say, okay, they gave us the 7. In a year from now, December of 2024, someone come back to me and tell me, yo, I made $5,000 last year. And all I did was do this on my phone, just press a button. I didn't have to work for it. I made money in my sleep. And not just 5,000. You can make 10,000. There's people
the more they put, the more
you put, the more you get. There's people with different variations of money. I was speaking to millionaires, brokers, agents, homeowners calling me, asking me, well, what are you investing in? I've retired in 5 years, who have never invested. And they're asking me. When I say me, I'm not down on myself, but I'm like, wow. Like, I didn't even think people would even care to ask me, out of all people, what to do with their money. So again, when I piggyback off the appreciation and people wanting to understand and learn what investing, follow these people. You know, Keisha Green Speckett, she spoke about Microsoft. She spoke about, those are one of the top, it's one of the top, it's there. These companies are there. And take your money, even if it's $100, break the $100 up by 5 if you have to, by 4 if you have to, if you want to cut it up by 3 if you have to, and invest. And that is all I have to say.
Listen, Tiff, you did a good job breaking that down. Mm-hmm. I know the passion is real because we were talking throughout the week, and you were overwhelmed by why are these people asking me on the game? Because the people connected with everybody, with me and you, but the people that you know, it is overwhelming. I felt how overwhelming it was. And it was something that
amazingly overwhelming.
You know, that's the energy that God placed for you, because we all reaching people in different ways. I do it in my own circle, and I feel that too. You feel that, and you're gonna feel satisfied when them same people actually put the work in.
Well, listen,
and see, like, you know, you're gonna feel like I got people. Listen, when it happens, you're gonna be like, wow, and that's why I can understand what the Chris's and the Ian Dunlaps go through, because when you know something is so powerful and so easy to do, you know how many times they probably go to sleep like, yo, I gotta start telling people what to do.
Right.
Because I'm gonna just get to my bag and just do what I gotta do, because not everybody's gonna execute.
But Jay, you know what? It wasn't even just about investing. You know what the podcast also did? It opened up people's creativity as well. Because, and when I say that is, you'd be surprised how many people even said to me that, man, I need to do one of those.
What like
just do a podcast.
All right, so that's a good segue into what we want to talk about.
Yeah, it's so like doing a podcast. The experience. So, yeah, like people coming to me and saying like, man, I think I got a good idea. Or even like I spoke to an Army sergeant, and he was like, hey, you know, I got a good story for you or something like that. That's and I do hope that what you did for me, and what I say is, and I said it to somebody, is crack a shell that and yoke that I didn't know I had. I didn't know I had the guts to actually sit here in front of a camera and do this. And I do hope, and it may not be big, but I do hope that those dreams that we lay on the couch and we watching somebody on YouTube and we like, Dag, I could do that. I hope it makes somebody else do the same that what you did for me. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. Mm-hmm. You know, doing this podcast and sitting here is going to inspire people more to invest. Yeah. I'm so in my bag and focused and motivated. 2024, 2024.
Talk to the people.
Is going to be a problem.
That's right. It should be.
For everybody.
For everybody.
For everybody that I know.
Oh, we about to take it there?
Everybody that I know.
We on our podcast space. Watch out.
You know, so, and that's where we're at. So speaking about podcasters, I want to jump into our next segment, is that there's been a couple of people that we've been watching on Instagram and fans of that we saw from the ground up. So we're going to shout out a couple of people. Shout out to the Bubba Dubs.
Bubba Dub, we love you. We love the work you put in, and that's going to be one of our case points for this episode, right? Let's unpack the Bubba Dub story.
Wait, hold on. Let me get through. Hold on. Shout out to the Ha Davises.
The Ha Davises, okay.
Drewski.
Okay.
The Drewskis of the world. The Cossins of the world.
Okay.
People that started from the bottom, like just being their authentic self, doing absolutely just what they authentic self do. Like, for instance, Bubba Dub started with just making content, and then he started doing sports, analytical things, and trash. Like, that was his thing. And that's his big thing. His big thing. And it segued his life, and now this man he's being mentioned on ESPN. He's being quoted by Shannon Sharp, and you gotta start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. So wait. Because you think you're going to get away with not saying how you got here. So I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
What do you want for 2024? Tell me your top. Tell me your top.
If I had my way, I would definitely like to interview Bubba Dub.
Okay.
Right? 'Cause I think his story is original. Everybody's story is original, but he really tapped into something that I don't think nobody's done from I guess you would say social media space on that level. So definitely Bubba. And I think it's funny. Like, I would say what Bubba did is what Chris kind of did in the
entertainment
and the investing space.
Okay.
Chris, how he really just pushed all those, the builder squad, and then the things he was what do you call those things when you buy the courses? Like, he did that in a way that I'm like, I don't think people really understand, like, the timing that he did, and like how that's like on some like it's the next level. You know what I'm saying? And so Bubba, Wealth Squad, Chris, and the third person would be, I'd say my mom.
Yeah.
I think my mom's story is my favorite story.
Okay.
I don't want to start crying on the podcast, but I know we all love our moms.
Yeah.
They're dear to us. But my mom's story to me is like, she really is my MVP. And she really is somebody I can't wake up and say I can't try because of what my mom has done time and time again.
Yes.
And the battle she's fought and that she's won. So shouts out to my mom. I love you very much. And one of my inspirations for just trying to do, not trying because we're doing it,
right,
but for creating the show and being passionate enough to look silly. My tie might have been too long.
Yes.
Your microphone might have been curled up. And I want to say,
shout out to the viewers that gave me that criticism.
No, listen.
Because
it's part
of to be honest with you, presentation, as a good friend said, presentation is everything.
That's right. It is.
Tiff, maybe you could move your mic.
And guess what? We executed.
We tried.
Listen, I'm not, listen.
We tried.
I'm not, listen, you got to execute. Right. We executed. You know what I mean? I got a tie on today.
Right. Speaking about your tie, speaking about the wires, on the floor. We're trying. We're going to get there.
But let me lose my train of thought, though. But I also want people to know, right? It's okay to say, do this better.
Right.
I'm for that. I do it too. But I also want people to but let's not also forget, because this applies to everybody. Most people wouldn't even try to do something because I forgot who I follow on YouTube that said it, and it's so true. If you wait until everything is perfect, you'll never do something.
Absolutely.
If you don't wait until you have the best location, you'll never do something.
Absolutely.
If you don't wait till you have the best co-host, you don't wait till you have a co-host. My first episode, I didn't have a co-host.
Right.
But I knew I had the energy after I got it started. Shouts out to Devon, call, boom. But then I say, you know what, something's missing. I felt like I wanted to shit, and then I called you. So you gotta just move.
Yeah. You
gotta move and learn. And that's what I'm saying. So I'm speaking to the person who may have an idea, like I did, and say, you know what, I need this, I need that, I need this. And I'm saying, no, you don't need all that.
Right.
Just start it and listen to what people are saying, of course, because guess what? Drake wasn't Drake when he first came out.
Absolutely.
Jay-Z wasn't Jay-Z when he came out. But now these people are packing on arenas.
Jay, but go ahead.
Oh boy, here we go.
Jay was Jay when he came out, but Jay is Jay.
He got the door slammed on him a few times. He tried to get them on.
I would say somebody is acting very quiet when the camera is on, but I'm not gonna say anything. But it's okay. But listen, for 2024.
But for 2024, but let me
wait, you did your 3?
I did my 3. So now let me ask you. Okay. All right. So for 2024, what did you learn from? For the people who are doing YouTube and podcasting, as you what did you have to give us the before and after from you getting ready to do your first show?
Okay.
And what you knew you had to work on to get better to be.
Should I do my 3 people first though?
Any order you want.
What's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, do your order first.
All right.
I'm looking out for my podcasters trying to get their show popping. I don't know people all trying to get their show popping, but go ahead.
Listen, there are 3 people and before I go into how did I prepare, there are 3 people that I do hope for 2024 that we do get on the podcast. My first group of people, my favorite store in Brooklyn is Vinny's. The 3 brothers. Yes. I've been shopping with them, I think, since my son was born. My son is 17. So shout out to Vinny's.
Shouts out to Vinny's.
And they will be here.
All right, we're going to get y'all 2024.
Yes. That's why my second person is Chris Johnson.
Okay.
Wealth Squad. He is the people's champ. He will make more millionaires out of the regular retail 9-to-5 people.
Okay, he's done it.
And he has done it. I watch it every day. I'm part of Wealth Squad, so I see it every single day. He is amazing.
He is
amazing, and I could sit here, I could shed a tear on the amount of knowledge that regular people, the Keisha Greens, the Chris Johnsons of the world, that they give for such a low price.
Yeah.
To learn the game.
Did you see the post that he made when he was saying, "I can't hold your hand to buy the Bitcoin"? I've been seeing the passion of what he's talking about because, I think it's to the point where he's like, "Yo, I was saying, when I buy it, I think he might be like, I was saving the money to buy it, and pay me back when it goes up because y'all not believing it." When it was 16,000,
he was like, "Please buy it."
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, please buy it."
And then when it ran to 40-something,
he's like, "I told y'all, man." He's like, I can't hold y'all hand. Y'all see me putting 2 million, 1 million into it.
Yeah, he told y'all. And the third person, a very important person that I want to interview, this person I do hope finds growth doing this podcast for you say we're going to, for a year.
For a year.
Give it a year. And the third person is myself.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
we'd love to have you on the show.
I got to boss up. I can't be on this podcast
and not tell your story.
And not tell my story.
You got a story.
I have to come back here and tell the people, like, well, listen, I bossed up. Here's my paperwork. I want to come in with, what you say, secret guest? Come in here with my what you said, with my go-yard bags.
Yeah. You got to have that.
As he would say. Yeah. I want to, but honestly,
listen,
the growth that you found within yourself, and this is why
the seed
is here.
All right. Yeah.
And
so we're going to spoil it. The spoiler now is that this seat, we usually have a guest the theme for the show is to have a
everybody
guest
have a
every
story.
episode, right? But you know what? Something happened and get well to the guests we have. We have an amazing show for you guys in January. We're talking about real estate. It is going to be one of the best real estate home buying, how to, what to do.
Yes.
I'm telling y'all ahead of time. This is it.
Yeah.
All right. Remember I told you. But right now the space is here because I'll let you eloquently say what this seat symbolizes.
So I
wanted to the
seat to represent opportunity.
Opportunity.
And it's the opportunity for anyone to sit here. Viewers, subscribers, business. Everybody has a story. And
mom, dads.
Yeah. Everyone has a story. And we do hope at the end of our 12-month journey and hopefully moving forward that we can bring a viewer here that we helped change. And not to say that, because we have to change as well.
Maybe that'll be the 12th episode.
The 12th episode. Someone that we actually changed.
Maybe more than one. We might have to get a few chairs in here.
Listen, if everybody could come in and say, listen, I made $1,000, $5,000, $500, whatever you made, the seat represents opportunity. Yeah. It represents your fears. It represents your dreams. It represents every single person that doubted you, every barrier, everything. And when I speak about that, I speak passionately about it because I myself I'm freaking scared of failing. Oh, okay. So I put myself in a box of not trying because you don't want to fail until I got a phone call that told me, you gonna get up and you gonna come do this interview with me. And I don't care what you say. And that was you.
Yeah, because
you know how many times I said to myself, like, oh, I could probably go on and do this. But sometimes you talk yourself into doubt that you can't do it because you're worried about viewers and subscribers and, oh, I'm never going to get 1 million views. I'm never going to get 1,000 views. We almost had 1,000 views. I am so ecstatic about even having close to 1,000 views.
Yeah, because ain't nobody backing us. We ain't got nobody backing us. This is just the people connecting with you and I, and them seeing the passion we have for just. And I said, like, I never really broke down the theme. Or I broke down the theme, but the meaning of the show is I want people to come on here
and tell a story.
Every episode we put on, and we all are striving. Well, most of us are, and that whoever's coming back and watching this show every month or whatever, you're trying to develop yourself and you're trying to become more successful, whether it be as a mom, a dad, a parent, whatever it is. And I sat home one day and said, what kind of show can I do to be a part of? Because listen, this gonna cost a little money, gonna cost a little time.
Right.
And I want to do something that I know my kids could watch one day.
Right.
And sit back and say, like, the Devon Jovi story. Like, what happened to his story? How did he get into that? Oh, I could do that.
Right.
Keisha Green. How did she? Oh, she was just like me. She never bought no stocks. Now she's
amazing.
Almost, touched $1 million.
And it's crazy because we know them. Sometimes we could speak so. That's just Devon. That's just Keisha. But if you go to the first episode, guys, with Devon Johnson, he just shot something for Zales. My bro's doing big things. Okay,
he's doing big things. Absolutely. I wasn't trying to get a co-host every episode.
Right.
But when I saw you, I said, no, I could do this with you every episode. So I put you up there.
Thank you.
But I'm saying I had different visions for different people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I reached out to one person, like, yo, you could do, but I'm trying, don't make me lose my thought, man. What I'm trying to say, I'm trying to give you flowers. I'm trying to say the one or two people that that were too fearful.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, listen, I don't like to talk.
Yeah.
I'm like, who really want to talk to, but if I'm asking you, it's because I know you could do it. So back to what I'm saying is, I know you can do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when I ask you it, I'm like, no. But you see, other people, I can't force them to do it. I would have run your house like, yo, I'm dragging you and you're going to do it. So that's why, God has his own timing. Yeah. And when the energy came for me to call you, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how it happened. It happened. And you answered. I threw the alley-oop and you dunked it.
Listen.
Now you got your own beehive and your own damn tribe that we're talking about. You know what I mean?
Listen,
they're like,
What I do hope the vision for this show is that we do get Eon Dunlap sitting right here. Mm-hmm. We do get Chris Johnson sitting right here.
We do get Bubba.
And I'm going to take it my guest of all guests. It's someone who story I just watched on Amazon and who has inspired me to just try to do anything. Because my dream job and what I always wanted to do is be a sports analyst. That's just, I would love to just be there. I just want to see it.
So who's this person?
It's Tyler Perry.
Oh, Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Okay.
His story, I don't know if you saw it.
Story.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, he just came out with something.
Yes, on Amazon.
Okay.
Amazon Prime.
Him.
And it's not just Tyler, he do movies, he do plays. It's not just about that. It's the work ethic. The man is he has all this money and still moving like he's broke.
Yeah.
LeBron James is still playing basketball as if he is trying to make it to the CBA, not the NBA.
That's
so it's just a passion of when you see someone, when you see the Beyoncé's. I just watched her documentary as well, her movie as well. When you see someone working that hard, they're already the apex. Mm-hmm. They're the apex at their level. Tyler Perry is here. LeBron is here. Over Michael Jordan. Yes, I said it. He's there. Every podcast that I do, I plan to be better. I want to be better. That's why I ask people, give me the negative comments too.
Yeah,
I need to know.
Begging for it. Like,
I was begging for the negativity.
People to give you
I'm like, yo,
comments.
I need the negativity. I need someone. I need
She
someone
was like,
to
please tell me something bad. Tell me something bad,
yeah.
please. I'm like, yo, Tiff, you don't really need that much bad comments. Like, goddamn, let them give you.
Yeah, you want to hear what people have to say. And to be honest with you, some podcasts, people just talking, kicking it. Yo, what's the topic of today?
Yeah.
Draymond Green. All right, let's talk about Draymond. What did Draymond do? Like, you could just look at a podcast all day.
We only got maybe like 5. So I want to talk on two topics that I think we both agreed on were big topics for the week.
Are we gonna get some feedback from our secret voice?
No, listen. So with Draymond, right?
Yeah.
Draymond got suspended.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a big story to me, but I think that personal journey growth thing we talk about. Mm-hmm. Something wrong with him. like on your journey of whatever you're trying to do, podcasting, rapping,
right?
You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, I got a problem.
Okay.
And it's just safe to say he did not do that in the last.
All right. Okay. Dre was wrong. Yeah. Dre was wrong.
He been wrong for a while.
Let me stop calling that man Dre like I know him.
He been wrong for a while.
Draymond Green was wrong. One thing that I did not like, I heard a sports analyst say, throughout all his wrongness that he did, one thing that I didn't like is like, well, he's probably having problems at home with his wife. He probably going through something with family. But when you get to work, you could just turn it off. No, you can't.
No.
You can't. That stays with you. How? I just left the most traumatizing thing that happened to me. And are you telling me when I get to work, I'm supposed to turn it off? Who am I? I could just put myself in another person's body? I can't do that. So if he is having problems at home, he is going to bring it on the court. If he is having problems with his wife, he is going to bring it on the court. Is Draymond Green wrong? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But to tell him or tell anyone that you could just turn off your trauma anything, that's what they were saying.
They were saying he should just be
able to do that. Why? Because he's an athlete?
Hell no.
They're human beings.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a sports analyst. I'm like, no, that's not, don't run with that narrative because that narrative doesn't make sense. You can't just turn off your trauma.
No.
Draymond Green is wrong for what he did. Some people say he needs mental health. I don't know that. Some people, how about this? What if that's just Draymond?
Yeah, but was he doing that in his first 5 years? I don't think he was doing that.
It could be because they losing. I don't know what's going on.
But Tiff, let's go with what we've seen, the eye test. Draymond was not slapping and kicking people in the groin when he first came in the NBA.
No. Listen,
that is not what was happening.
Listen, whatever's going on with Dre, whatever's going on with Draymond.
I'll pray for him.
Listen,
there's something.
Something's going
on.
That
and no, listen. I don't want to laugh. I'm not laughing at him.
Wait.
I'm like Draymond. He could go through all his problems.
Listen, Draymond may need help. He needs help. He may need help. Telling him to turn it off on the court.
No, you can't do that.
I mean, KD, I don't want quote for quote because I can't remember it word for word, but KD basically was saying, I hope he gets the help he deserves. And Steve Kerr was saying, like, this is not the Draymond we know.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Okay,
we don't know.
We're not around these people every day, but this is what I'm saying.
So that's how you know it's serious. Yeah. Like, okay, something's going on.
So I'm saying we can't just say this is how you really are because, brother, if you're a grown man, bro, and now you start as a Bubba Duff.
No, I don't know what's going on with that.
But okay, so we touched on that, and I think the second thing was I seen a really good on Market Mondays. Shouts out to Market Mondays. That's a show I watch every week. That's the one with Ian and the other two gentlemen on there. Mm-hmm. So let's get in our relationship bag, and then we're gonna close up.
Good one.
So the topic was we talked about. I gotta get the woman's name. Maybe I'll put the clip on with the woman in the comments she made. But they were interviewing a woman who's very financially established. Right. She might be making maybe $500,000 a year.
Right.
But I don't want to focus on the $500,000. I want to focus on just putting somebody in the upper bracket. Let's just say a woman in the upper bracket.
Okay.
And how difficult it is for her to find somebody in should she be investing her time with somebody who's making less money than her? And is it justifiable to have that premise that because you make X amount of dollars, you automatically got to date people who make that
same amount of
money.
Because we're seeing, and I've had this conversation amongst my male friends, we're seeing a lot of women, specifically Black women, that have pursued business and have not been able to find love in marriage. Not saying that that is necessary, but we're seeing it at an increase. So talk around that, because I know the last time you spoke around the pursuit of career and marriage, there was some controversy. But is it possible?
Me?
No, not you, not you. But is it possible? The likelihood of finding both or having to choose one or the other.
How do you feel about that as a woman? Give me the woman perspective on if you was. I mean, I know you're not a millionaire, you know what I mean? But even if you had that amount of money, do you see yourself not wanting to be with somebody who may not be at that level at that particular time?
That's a hard question.
Because I'm gonna give you my man take on what would make me feel comfortable being with somebody who's making $1 million and I'm not making $1 million.
Okay.
So give me the woman version, I'll give you the man version.
Okay, so that's a very difficult and a sensitive subject
as
well. Yeah. But I'm gonna not speak for all women.
You can't.
Of course, I'm gonna speak for myself. And the thing about in today's women are becoming breadwinners, entrepreneurs, and so are young men. They, everybody's in their bag, as people would say. But dating someone who makes less money than you, that person has to be confident and have self-confidence. Because I think a lot of times with men is that they feel insecure because the woman making more money so she thinks she can.
She got the power.
She can speak to you any kind of way. She can tell you what to do. She can, kick you out when you want.
Get the garbage.
Right. And just do all, and just, I'm mama. I'm the mommy. And you're gonna have, and it takes a strong man. I do believe this. It takes a strong man to be with a woman that makes more money than them. Because you have to have self-worth within yourself. And if you're with a man that makes less money than you, is he treating you well? Is he a good father figure?
Is he trying to level up while
is he spiritually involved? Does he believe in your beliefs? Does he have ambition?
Ambition, yes.
And those are the things you have to look for in a mate, besides just financial. I'm not saying, okay, you're a millionaire and you're going to date the guy at McDonald's, but let's just say the guy at McDonald's is a great guy, but he just never had the opportunity to get where he
could be going to school while he works at McDonald's.
You don't know that.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has a story. That's why we're here, right?
That's right.
At the end of the day, for myself, I'll date somebody who made less money than me, but you just can't make less money. You have to have the ambition and have the goals to want to get there. And sometimes you just need that other person. You may have ideas and ways of how to execute my goal and my plan. You might come into somebody's life and like, yo, I've been trying to get this T-shirt business off the ground. And you got ideas and you like, well, shoot, I know a couple of people that do this. And next thing you know, this T-shirt brand is now worth $1 million or worth $100,000.
Right.
So I don't believe in you can't date someone that makes under you. But
the reindeers agree with you. The reindeers is like,
but I do agree. Right. I do agree. And you have to be very cautious because there are men out there and there's women out there that will prey on your dollar.
It's a slippery slope.
It is. That's why I said when I say touchy, that's me. And I'm a good, character. Like, who you are.
Keep going because everything, that's my mother. You got to, judging somebody's character.
Yeah.
And this is what they don't teach in school.
No.
When you go to school, they do not teach you.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, one of the most important things you could do in your life is pick your partner.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're talking about years and years of being with somebody,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
And you're going to get their good habits, their bad habits.
Absolutely.
Right? So as from a man perspective, not speaking for a man, of course, but for me, I easily was like, oh, put me on that show because she has some good points, right? Because they always have that saying like money should marry money. It's a reason why they say that because of all the stuff that happens when things go left, right?
Right.
But you got to focus on, or for me, what matters most is if you respecting me, if we both making 100,000, or maybe I'm making 100, you making 80, maybe I'm making 80, making 100, right?
Right.
If you respecting me as the man in the house,
there you go,
right? If it doesn't matter, like you know what I'm saying, so it starts from the respect level.
Absolutely.
If I respect, we both going to school,
right?
Right? Boom, you pick a major that makes you making the best. but it's how you make me feel as a person.
Absolutely.
And that's where I think they missed that part on the show, or when they were trying to go back and forth. It's like, the amount of money you make is the amount of money you make.
Right.
Right? But the right person, and if you find the right person, she's not going to make you feel like you're making $100,000.
Absolutely.
Because she respects you as a man.
Right.
You protecting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You may not be providing what she can't provide.
Right.
But you still could be a provider.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the key thing that they didn't talk about, that I feel like I understand in relationships, is that you got to make your spouse or your partner better.
Absolutely.
Y'all both should make each other better. Because like I said, show me a woman making $1 million. I mean, I'm married now. But if I was single, not everybody who got $1 million or making a high salary knows how to invest their money. Right. Or they know how to, like, yo, you can put your money here, put your money there. You're like, what? Hold on. I can make your 200,000 look like $3 million in 3 years.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So
there you go.
That's because why? I'm into investing, but guess what?
There you go.
I'm not in that bracket, but I got the knowledge to tell you.
I could meet a man. And, you know, I'm in a relationship as well, but I could meet if I wasn't in a relationship, I could meet a man. He comes to me, he say, yo, I got $15,000 in savings. I'm like, yo, what we going to do is, again, I'm going to piggyback off of my guy, Eon, 2 index, 2 ETFs. We going to invest in the SPY. We going to invest in NASDAQ. We going to invest in VOO. We going to invest in VTI. That's what we going to do.
Yeah.
And that's what we going to put our money at. Because that's where the money is at.
And you know,
and then in 5 years, you're like, yo, babe, I got $50,000. I'm like, there you go. Now you're gonna open up that business.
Could you imagine? I'm gonna paint a picture before we wrap up. Imagine, cause we're gonna piggyback on the investing thing, right? Imagine you sitting with this person making $500,000 a year. You watching market crash,
right?
And she like, or he or she like, fuck is a market crash? You be like,
right. Right.
Give me 250,000 right now.
Right.
Babe, you sure? Am I sure?
Exactly.
Put 50,000 with Tesla. Put 50,000 with Apple.
Yeah.
When this shit go back up, she gonna look at you like,
oh damn, we done made $1 million.
I'm marrying you tomorrow.
Right.
Because so I'm just trying to paint the picture that
knowledge,
not everybody that got money is into certain things.
Yeah.
You know
information, Jay.
And I'm not gonna put the person under the bus because it wasn't.
No.
But this is share. Like, you don't assume people know what you know.
Exactly.
Because I met somebody who was I wouldn't even imagine this person never bought stocks. And I'm not saying in a bad way because they were happy that I told them, I say, listen, 2024, I gotta get you buying stocks.
Right.
But the person really, I wasn't shocked in a bad way, but I just like, you really can't assume who knows how to do it because the person was like, I don't buy stocks. Now I'm like,
what?
The person fit a certain stereotype. I'm like, you gotta have a lot of stocks. I'm like, no, I don't buy. Cause I'm fearful of different. I'm like, what?
Right.
And the person gave money.
Right.
And I'm like, you never bought the stocks. I'm like, yo, you gotta get your own stocks.
Yes.
Get your own kids their stock. But I'm like, wow. I
It's
almost played myself. And
yeah.
I made myself, I wasn't trying to make myself, but it's just the fact that she was a person that I showed her. I bought Tesla at this because we heard that close.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm like, yo, I know. She's like, what? You could, look what I'm up.
Right.
She's like, what?
Right. When you go put $100 in the bank, what you about to take back out?
$100.
$100. $100.
Yeah.
You go put $100 in Apple a month. You could take out. Let's just say, and I'm gonna be realistic. Just say you take out $115. That $15, you wasn't getting that from the bank.
Shit, listen.
That's a free $15. And I'm not saying $15 is gonna be rich, but it's just an example because you're gonna compound that money. You're gonna take that $115 and you're gonna reinvest, and then you're gonna reinvest, and you're gonna reinvest, and then 10 years later or 15 years later or whatever video you watch with compounding that could get you to $1 million in 26 years. Guess what? You gotta just be consistent at the end of the day, and that's just what it is. So in my opinion, money attracts money. Yes. So if you with someone who make less money, show them how to get to your money. Yeah. That's all. Boss up. What Future said?
Which line?
What line?
You say a lot of lines.
What they say? I turn my up. I turn my up. I could turn my up too.
Oh, I got you.
Turn them up.
Turn them up. Yeah,
Quavo said it just now. He was on. We were watching something on YouTube yesterday, and one of the person asked. She said, "Can you date a 9 to 5?" He said, "Yeah, I could date a 9 to 5. I love to turn my up."
Yeah,
I love to turn them up. Turn them up.
When they were talking, I felt like screaming to the kid, if you so bossy, you get into the bag.
Give me the bag. But
what's the point of getting into the bag if we ain't gonna bust the bag open?
Right. And I'm also what I'm not, and I am a woman, so I'm gonna keep it 100. I am not with dating no man that is not ambitious, and no man with no money.
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
building a bear.
No.
You understand? You got to meet me somewhere.
But what I'm saying, if you see me waking up every morning, I'm busting my ass, I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm doing the best to what I can do.
Yeah.
But if God has blessed you to run it up, then shit, why we got to front? Let's run it up
together. Yeah.
And my mom made this point, and I'm never gonna leave the topic alone. She said something about if she wanted to take a high-end vacation, the person won't know how to do it because they're not in that lifestyle. It's 2023. We got artificial intelligence.
Absolutely.
We got websites showing you how to travel. Listen, like I said, I ain't single, but if I was, give me the card.
Right.
And let me show you. I never been to Saint-Tropez, but I listen to Rick Ross. I'm gonna take your ass there. You're gonna be shocked, like, how you know about Saint-Tropez?
Right.
I got that Ross in my I got that Ross.
Right.
Santorini, Greece. Where we going?
Where we
like,
going?
yo, hold on.
Right.
You sure you never been there? This nigga lying to me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But listen.
No.
It's 2023.
Yeah, information, man.
People could surprise you with the information. I never been to Santorini, Greece, but I hear Ross talk about it.
Exactly.
I've seen the pictures. I've seen the videos. I need to go there someday.
Exactly.
When I book that surprise trip and you see me laying up that flight, you're going to be like, you must be the richest non-millionaire I've been, because I know these things exist.
Absolutely.
I just ain't get a chance to go there. So, listen, man, we talked about so much. We gave them the podcast
and we was
trying.
Listen, guys, this is not our regular.
If you want more Tiff and Jay, let us know how much time you want to get this going. Listen, like and subscribe. My man,
Listen, we didn't want to not do anything for the month of December. Like I said, our guest
got the COVID.
And everything, but we still wanted to come on because, again, and I want to leave it with here because I know we have to go.
We have
to wrap it up. But I do want the viewers to still, and I'm going to piggyback on this because it's so important to me, and everyone know how passionate I am about my friends and my family and who I am as a person. And again, I want to really thank the people who showed their support, and shout out to people who even asked me how they can support, and people were asking me that, and I'm like, who am I? So I do appreciate that, and I want to say thank you. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe,
and share,
call, text, share, do all of that.
Listen, if y'all want to support, hit me on the black phone because this ain't free. You want to support? Hit me up. I think Bitcoin.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. This is 3. Episode 4.
Yes.
Happy holidays to everybody. Happy holidays.
Have a great Christmas.
Enjoy the time with your family and your friends. Have a great Christmas, great New Year.
Yes.
I wish everybody the best for 2024 as we close up on 2023. Now listen, I'm going to leave you on a note. I know this ain't the real New Year though, right? I know New Year's really start in March, right? But that's a different, we're going to say that for episode 4. We're going to say episode 4.
Okay.
Well, happy holidays to everybody.
Peace.
I'm going to break down the science to why I think, listen, y'all got to follow me too, man. Listen.
Invest.
Spring is when the New Year starts.
Invest. Listen, invest. We gave you the top 5. We gave you the platform. We want to see someone here 12 months from now. Okay?
Peace and love, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Happy holidays.